Dangle Podcast. Powered by Sports Interaction. Canada's Sportsbook.
SDPN, the Steve Dangle Podcast. With your hosts, Steve Dangle, Adam Wilde, and Jesse Blake.
Let's go!
Jesse, remember on the way in, I was like, yeah, I brought 2 shirts because we're recording 2 episodes and it helps people visually.
Yeah.
And then I didn't change into it.
So
Just sitting right over there.
Do people care?
Well, because they know that. Shut up. I don't know. I'm just
trying to help.
I don't know. I like where I'm like, oh, he's wearing that shirt. That means it's this episode. Oh well.
I think the episode releasing on a completely different day with a completely different title, being in a new video, will help people understand that it's not the other episode.
Yeah, I wear black t-shirts a lot, so you're not going to be able to tell.
Oh well.
So Steve's in his gray shirt again, guys. Sorry.
And if you're listening, then who cares?
If you're listening, none of this affects you.
Exactly. Okay, so this is the last kind of episode of this season, right? With a little bit of a finality there. And we're going to be back,
Kadri
obviously,
signs tomorrow.
in September. But we're going to take a bit of a vacation. We've done either 139 or 140 episodes in the last 12 months. And it's the most we've ever done by about 50. So in a 12-month span.
Because we never used to be 3 times a week. We were always 2 times a week.
So we're, it was a lot of episodes, and we're taking a bit of a break. I know that everybody's going on vacation. I'm sure we're going to be talking about that, but we've got an all questions episode. Ooh. And Jesse, why don't we get into it?
Yeah, I also got a Jesse Blake sports report. I think it's 2 left that need to drop still. It's very fun. One of them, I don't know if I should spoil it.
No.
One of them's Leaf related, where I'm going to try out a new concept. I'm calling it 1-for-1 trades. So I found the perfect 1-for-1 match for certain players.
Oh,
so I have a lineup, and I'm like, okay, who's the perfect 1-for-1 based on this criteria for that player?
I like this.
Okay.
It's a good episode.
It's fun.
It's going to drop by the end of the week on Friday.
Is there a
That's when
guest?
it's going to come out. No, it's just me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So there's no one there to be like, this is stupid.
No, if you listen to the episode, all the criteria is there for you people who are going to call it stupid. I break down why it's not stupid. Okay?
Just based on the few episodes that I've had the chance to listen to.
All of them.
I think yours is a great yell through the windshield podcast.
Whatever.
What are you talking about?
Whatever do you mean, Steve Dangle?
I don't know. Just your conviction in your hot takes. It's great.
They're not hot takes. All the information is there.
I think they're
Yesterday,
fuego. Caliente.
Yesterday, I dropped an episode. Adam, after the episode, we got news, as is tradition. So yesterday, Adam Wilde, myself, and Tim Haraney of the TSN Racing Pod, for you F1 fans, Tim Haraney of the Toronto Sports Network. It's actually not the Sports Network Racing Pod. We recorded an F1 podcast on the Jesse Blake Sports Report feed. So go listen to that if you're a fan of F1. But the news, so Oscar Piastri, Steve, as you know, F2 champion.
For sure.
And now he was supposed to sign with Alpine, right?
But did he?
So Alpine announced that he would be their new driver for next year because their driver retired. And then so they need to fill the seat. So then Oscar Piastri is announced as a new driver for Alpine. Hours later, he tweets from his account, "No, I don't know where this has come from. I have no agreement with Alpine to be their driver for next year."
Oh.
And currently, that's where it sits.
Spicy.
Isn't that spicy?
I like
but that happened, as is tradition, after we had already recorded that Piastri was going to be the new driver.
It's a wild jinx.
That's right. And I think the most fun thing is Fernando Alonso leaving Alpine, and the guy who runs Alpine, who is Otmar, who is very, very well respected, is like, I can't get a hold of him. They didn't know he was leaving until the press release came out.
Oh yeah, I said retired. Their driver left to a different team to fill a spot of a retired driver.
And he had told them, he's like, we're going on summer break. He told his team Alpine, which is the French car maker Renault's higher end brand. And he was saying, okay, listen, I'm going to sign here. We got a couple more things. My people will get back to you. And then, of course, he was spotted going into the Aston Martin paddock pit area over the weekend at the Hungarian Grand Prix. And they were like, come on, it's no big deal. Like, he already told us we're good. And then, like, Monday morning, it comes out. And then everything kicks off. I was reading something today, actually, about the fact that it looks like Piastri has signed what's called a pre-contract with McLaren.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never heard of a pre-contract before, but here we are.
It sounds like a promise ring.
It does. I think that's what it is. And Alpine thinks they can keep the kid, and the kid doesn't want to stay.
Yep.
So it's just
there's a lot of drama happening in the F1 world right now, and we broke down all the drama that happened before yesterday morning with on the Jesse Blake Sports Report. So go listen to that if you're a fan of F1.
Yeah.
First question.
Let's go.
This comes from Mr. Wright at the Couch GM_. Which GM do you think will be the first to be fired this upcoming season?
Oh, baby.
Great question to kick things off, Mr. Wright. Thank you for it.
Which GM?
Which GM is first fired?
GMs are
this
so
season?
seldomly fired.
Yeah, if it's not the Flyers one, I don't understand. Like, obviously, without seeing anybody on the ice. Because here's the thing. GMs usually get fired when a good team is bad and no one can figure out why. That's when a GM gets fired, right? So just from a non-watching the team's perspective, and people haven't signed where they need to sign, etc., I think the Flyers situation is probably the worst one. Like, if you look at any other team, all the teams that had issues really were have kind of sorted the GM situation out. The other one I might say is Kelly McCrimmon in Vegas.
Yes. Hey,
Good pick.
he and Chuck Fletcher are the only ones who really make sense, because I'm trying to think of teams who...
Which is rare, by the way. It's only 2. Really?
How many people in the GT are yelling at this episode? Kyle Dubas.
I think...
you know what? I'd say he's 3. I would.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well...
No, not because I think he's necessarily doing a bad job, but like there's 2 types of GMs who have their jobs called into question. GMs who suck and GMs who have disappointed or not achieved their goal. Vegas and the Leafs are 2 teams who have very clearly fallen short of their goal.
And also, I think I put Vegas in there too because of every player leaving and being upset and cap mismanagement and
People hate playing for Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, they love playing for Vegas for the year and a half that you get to play there.
Yeah.
I think they love playing for Vegas, and that's the problem. Vegas won't let them play for Vegas.
Let me love you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about no? Get out of here. So yeah, it's not necessarily that Dubas has done a bad job, but I mean, if the Leafs fail to make it out of the first round this year, what are you supposed to do? Like, at some point,
it's sometimes it doesn't matter what the reasons why were. The result is the result is the result.
Yeah, like,
did you close the deal or did you not?
What's
close
the
deal?
definition of insanity here? Like,
Yeah.
you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, and how many more times are you willing to say, we just got unlucky. We just ran into Tampa. This happened. That happened. Man, you haven't made it out of the first round for how many consecutive years? You haven't won a playoff series since 2004. And not all of since 2004 is your fault, but
And they have, he and Shanny have been here for 8 years.
Yeah.
And this will be their 9th.
It is also possible a GM could be fired just before the season. So if we're going with first from the moment this podcast begins, you know what? Like, because Vegas has so much work left to do, it could be Kelly McCrimmon.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone gets fired before the season starts. If you're going to make
Brian Burke did.
Yeah, but that was because
rare.
of a new ownership situation, and they didn't want Burke.
Yeah.
The owners didn't like him.
So So how does a coach get fired? By underachieving, or new guy comes in and they want to bring in their guy? How many teams have new ownership? And how many GMs are with a bad team who have been there for more than 2 seasons?
Yep.
You know what I mean? There aren't a lot of
Like
candidates,
if
really.
Doug Wilson was still the general manager of San Jose, he'd be my top pick.
But Mike
he's-
Greer just got there.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And yet, does Mike Greer have some work to do? For sure.
Pat
But,
Verbeek with the Ducks doesn't make any
Chuck
sense.
Fletcher is a good candidate.
Yeah. Like
I just don't know
even
that
Bill Armstrong
For
with
how much he
Coyotes.
screwed up the Kachuk dealings?
But I don't know Gaudreau.
Gaudreau.
I
Sorry.
don't know what though. I'm not sure. The thing about firing a GM is it comes down to what the president and the ownership group want, and I'm not sure that the Flyers are upset with what Chuck Fletcher's done. Like he might still be able. Listen, man.
Maybe they ought to be.
That guy, like it or not, in Minnesota, sold his vision to Craig Leopold for how long?
Well, that's what we said about Jim Benning. Like, I don't know how much of Jim Benning's team was Jim Benning's vision.
True.
Get out of his way.
Yeah. Well, Rutherford's been in too long, has too many cups, and has too much money to be like, yeah, I'll let the owner dictate. He probably look at it and be like, I'll leave.
Yeah, Jim Rutherford is the buffer between ownership and Patrick Allvin, and that will allow Patrick Allvin to build Patrick Allvin's team.
Who's your name? If you're putting in a bet
I'm going to say McCrimmon.
on sportsinteraction.com/SDPN.
If I was doing Sports Interaction, my bet is Vegas.
Yeah.
Also, they're
All
fire
right.
happy.
But and speaking of Rutherford, though, the last time we said this GM should be fired, they won the cup.
This is
And
from
listen, Vegas could. They could.
Daffy_prod. When is Steve gonna stream some Red Dead Redemption 2?
I have already spoken about this with Yams and Rob. I was thinking about potentially doing so you like donuts, eh? We'll have all the donuts in the world. You want me to do a Red Dead stream, so how about a 12-hour Red Dead stream?
Is that what you're gonna do?
Maybe.
What? 12
When?
hours?
Yeah.
When are you doing this? This month? This week? Tomorrow?
No, not this
tonight.
week. This month.
This month.
12 hours?
12
beginning
hour
of
Red
August.
Dead stream.
I don't know about 12, but it's going to be a long one.
Okay.
Okay.
Commitment.
I like it.
Commit to it.
Yeah.
Easy, girl.
All right. Next up, we have a question from Matt Henry. Matt Henry 99. What is your Chel 23 wish list? Throw a couple things on there. What are you looking for in a new Chel game?
I want a definitive step forward in the graphics. And I've said this for years about EA games. Although, except, the NFL every year seems to take a step forward. Every year I watch that trailer and I go, damn it, I need that. Whenever you see MLB The Show come out, you go, damn it, I need that. When I see the NHL one come out, I'm like, I played that last year. And you know what? The Formula One game from EA this year is sort of the same. There are some improvements, but it's not, you know what I mean? Because they invest in the sports that are going to make them a ton of money, FIFA, and all, not FIFA anymore, but whatever. I think on some of the sports where they don't make as much money, you skip a year and you DLC that shit.
Yeah. They're never going to do it.
Well, I mean, you could still DLC and charge for it and then take a legitimate step forward in it. But yeah, I would say I want graphics and the gameplay's better, but I find it still a bit.
They've done a good job from the time. Oh, here, how about this? Release a game when it's done. There's my number one wish, because the game has gotten better since it's been released. It crashes less. There are fewer bugs. When it was released, it was an atrocity. It was terrible. There needs to be incentive for me to play a game. I need to know that when I log on and turn the goddamn game on and I wait forever for people to join because no one plays this fucking game, I need to know when I finally get into that game, it's going to work. And there were a number of months at the beginning where I didn't know that ever. And so I stopped. I said, uncle, and friggin' gave up. Now it's good. It's sometimes there's crashes and, that's going to be unavoidable in any game where there's like, you can play with as many as 12 people. Graphics would be nice. Make it harder to get stuck in an animation, because sometimes you'll like wind up for a shot and the puck doesn't come to you, but then a second later it does and you're still locked into the shot. Like, well, no, I don't want to take the shot anymore.
Yeah.
So there's that. And another idea, bench players. What if me and the boys, me and the gals, whoever, what if there's more than 6 of us? Yeah. Make it so that we can take shifts.
Yeah, why can't you do that?
I don't know.
That's a good point.
Make it so that we can take shifts.
Jesse, you have one?
Yeah, the number one thing, the only thing I'm really looking for is for online, they need to implement cross-console play. I think it's unacceptable for a game the size of NHL, where it's not the biggest game, that they've segregated the 4 different consoles. So if you're on which generation of Xbox or which generation of Sony,
And PC, you should be able to as well. I feel
there's no PC game.
there's no PC for
There's
NHL.
there's no PC NHL game anymore.
Is there not?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't know. I wouldn't imagine.
That's what I grew up playing.
I thought, yeah, you can get it on PC. I'm pretty
NHL
sure.
22 on PC.
Can't you? That's what I used to grow up playing it on PC. Huh? I'll have to look. I don't
Keyboard or
even know.
joystick or both?
I did both. I did joystick for 2000, but my favorite one was NHL 2005, which was the lockout year, and the Leafs were absolutely stacked in that one. So I don't know.
In the
Pretty
video
sweet.
game.
I don't know. I'll have to check into it. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Jesse's right. You want to have best on best.
Yeah, well, you just
Yes.
you know I like that, and you need to maximize the total population of the gaming community that plays NHL. Because if say I have a PS5 and you have a PS4 and I can't play you, then we have like, okay, there's 100 EA NHL players in the world, and you've separated them into these little chunks. Why not have that 100 into one pool? And then your online feels robust because everybody's there. But now we're all in our little pockets, and it's just not as fun because there's not as many people. When you're looking for a match, you're like sitting there and you're like, I can't find a match.
And how about for drop-ins, you make it true drop-in where if a player leaves, which happens all the time, if you're playing a game with 12 people, it's 1-0. I quit because we're down 1 goal in hockey, you friggin' loser. But make it so that you can jump in mid-game. And make it so that if one of your guys lags out or drops for whatever reason, or their power goes out, they can rejoin the game. Like last night, we lost Ian Tulloch. But he was he was on headset with us the whole time. Yeah. We could talk to him the whole time. He just dropped out of the game. Why can't he rejoin? That's stupid.
That's a little ridiculous that once his internet
I didn't
kicks
know
back
that.
in, you
Wow.
can't rejoin.
Yeah. So he just sat there for like 15 minutes talking to us,
Sucks.
boring us with stats. Don't make it so that Ian can sit there and read. I want him playing where he can't read.
I'm glad to hear that you're back playing Chel, though, with Dangle Navy. That's fun.
That's good.
I'm starting to play well again.
That means you have some free time.
How's Merle
Yeah.
these days? Is he any good?
The paywall. He plays in net. The
That's
paywall.
amazing.
Yeah, man, he's unreal. He plays D2 and he's starting to play a little bit of forward. Yeah, he's good.
Amazing.
He's good. No weak links on Dangle Navy.
That's good. That's good.
Also, sidebar on before I go to the next question. Much, I think, more important issue. Fix the racism.
Oh, that's
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how is that?
How about we don't have giant black athletes playing hockey all the time? It's a little white kid calling them the banana team. Like, it's not cool.
Yeah,
How about we fix that?
every second team is called like the Colorado George Floyds.
Yeah.
Or
How about we don't have that?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Please.
Next question. We're gonna go back to last Friday, where we played a little Stump the Steve.
All right.
Because it was well received, 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Nobody had any complaints with the game.
Oh, okay.
That's-
how I know
that's-
people-
Other than
a
you didn't
fact.
give me enough time.
people
but yeah.
have complaints.
No. 100. All I heard was positive reviews from the reviewing community of a gaming.
As often
podcast.
one does.
Yes. So what I have here is an interesting question from Stats Mundine. I want to see how far back Adam and Steve can name the losing team in the Stanley Cup final.
Oh, this is harder than you'd think.
Yeah. So stop thinking. I haven't started the clock. So I'm going to give you 3 minutes on the clock. You got to give me as many losing finals teams as you can. Stanley.
As soon as we get to the 90s and 80s, I'm going to be good. But you know where I'm going to be weak is 05 to 2010.
Now, in 3 minutes, since with Stump the Steve, I gave you the number about that you had to hit. In 3 minutes, what is your goal? How many losing Stanley Cup Finals teams can you name? And if you pass that goal, you win.
To get to 88, our birth year.
Okay.
So how many is that?
I feel like we should be able to do better than that,
Is
but
that
okay.
That's about. So it's 30. You guys are 34.
Yeah.
So you
Fuck, that's a lot.
got to name 35 in 3 minutes. I think that's a little tough.
Okay,
Let's cut it down.
we can do it.
Let's do it.
You
Let's
want to
go
do
for it.
35 in 3 minutes?
Jesse, we're so we only get 3 minutes?
You get 3 minutes on the clock.
3 minutes, and we're working together. We can do this.
I'll give you 4 minutes.
No, 3 minutes is fine. Come on.
You can do it in 3 minutes.
I got 3 minutes, 30 seconds.
Oh
Okay,
my
fine.
God. Okay,
minutes.
I think you guys are, you're stretching.
I think you're
so,
off.
Hey,
Don't doubt me.
Everybody out there who wants to complain about the time this time, they picked the amount. I gave them the time limit, and they picked the amount of the score.
Let's go.
Okay,
I gotta set the stopwatch.
So keep track of
countdown.
yours, too.
Okay.
3 minutes. You got it. Do you have to go in order? Yeah. That's what you guys are doing,
Yeah,
right?
we're working backwards.
Okay. Let me just pull up the list. Stanley Cup champions.
Do we get like a incorrect or do we just lose?
No, I'll tell you incorrect. You can keep guessing.
okay, good.
It's like how we played it last time. You just keep guessing.
Okay, good.
All right, so I'm gonna start the clock.
You started off with this year, my friend.
Clear. Let me do 3:10 just so I get a little start. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Colorado beats Tampa.
That's right. Tampa beat Montreal. Tampa beat Dallas.
Yes. And then 2019, St. Louis beat Boston.
That's right.
2018,
Capitals beat.
Vegas.
Okay.
2017, Pittsburgh beat Nashville. 2016,
Pittsburgh.
beat San Jose.
Yes.
2015, Chicago beat Tampa.
Okay.
2014,
LA beat.
the Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
2013, Chicago beat the Bruins.
That's right.
2012, the Kings beat the Devils.
2011, Bruins beat the Canucks.
Yep. 2010, the Blackhawks beat the Flyers.
That's right.
2009,
The Pittsburgh Penguins. Detroit.
beat the Red Wings, and then 2008, the Red Wings beat the Penguins.
That's right.
2007, the Ducks beat the Sens.
That's right.
2006, the Hurricanes beat the Oilers.
That's right.
2005, no Cup. 2004, the Lightning beat the Flames.
Yeah.
2003, the Devils beat the Ducks.
Okay.
2002, the Red Wings beat the... Oh, dear.
In 2002, this is where I'm stuck. I don't know.
Shit.
Dallas Stars?
Incorrect.
Okay, so I think the Red Wings would have been
No,
Western
they were
Conference.
Western Conference. Idiots.
Devils.
Incorrect. 2002 Stanley Cup Final. The Red Wings beat.
Oh, my God.
You can skip.
No, we can't.
You can go to 01 if you want. Wasting time.
Okay, 2001, the Devils beat the Stars?
Yep.
Incorrect.
No.
2001.
Did the Devils win?
No, incorrect.
Oh, the Avalanche beat the Devils.
Correct.
Sorry. No, in 2000, the Devils beat the Stars.
2000, the Devils beat the Stars. Correct.
99, the Stars beat the Sabres. 98, the
Red Wings Caps.
Red Wings Caps.
97.
Red Wings beat the Caps.
Red Wings
correct,
Flyers.
Correct.
96.
Correct.
Avs
correct.
beat the Panthers.
Yeah, 95. New Jersey beat
The Red Wings.
That's right.
Correct.
94, the Rangers beat the Canucks. 93, the Habs beat the Kings. 92, the Penguins beat the Blackhawks.
Correct.
Yes.
And 91,
North Stars.
North Stars.
Yeah.
Correct.
90 is Edmonton is the last Edmonton Cup.
won and they beat fucking
Chicago.
Incorrect.
Pittsburgh.
1990.
why would
Incorrect.
they- no. Who did they beat?
North Stars.
They were
No.
good. Wasn't the North Stars?
Flyers.
You guys,
Are we done?
the time didn't start.
Oh!
Are you fucking joking? Oh my God, Jesse, you're the worst. Oh my God, no.
I could have taken us all from once we got 90. I could have taken us all the way back to like 1977.
All right.
Stop clock didn't start.
So the Red Wings in 2002, I think, kicked the shit out of whoever they played.
Ducks?
No,
Wasn't the Ducks?
that was 2003.
I'm just gonna go back and check what time we were on.
Who the hell did they beat?
I don't know that one.
2002.
Yeah.
The Red Wings. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no, fuck that.
No, you don't want to do that? Okay.
Were the Red Wings in the Western Conference?
Yes.
answer
Yes,
that?
they
Yeah,
were. They were.
yeah.
They were.
So
So
they
I
would've
keep getting
been-
that mixed up. Because the Leafs were in the West at one point as well, and
The Rangers, wasn't the Islanders, wasn't the Panthers?
Carolina.
Wasn't the Lightning?
Correct.
Oh yeah,
Red Wings
that was when
beat
Carolina beat the
Carolina.
Leafs.
That's
to-
right.
Yeah,
And then 1990 is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Edmonton beat
Was it?
the Kings.
No. The Kings were 93. They only made it once with Gretzky.
And wrong conference.
Oh, right. Edmonton beat.
I'm trying to think who was on the upswing in the East.
1990.
I don't know, and I should know this.
Did the mic pick up my tummy growling?
I don't know.
90. How much time
Are we done?
left?
No, we're done.
We're done.
What do we got?
We almost got to our
Boston
birthday.
Bruins.
Oh,
Yeah. I want to go.
and then before that, it was Montreal, and then it was.
There's no way that was less than 3 minutes. You guys were way over time.
I know.
Yeah.
So we missed Detroit.
So you didn't
Or
get
2002. So
And it was
take
the
away
It
2002.
was to 34 too. So you got 30 correct, right?
Damn.
Got to 1990.
It's pretty good.
Nah, I think
That's not bad.
I'm all right.
It's not bad. I'm going to go back and so you're going to hear the edit of this podcast, but you're going to hear where the time would have dinged. I'm going to insert the ding after
Okay.
3 minutes.
Well,
So we would know.
Nelly,
And so I don't know how the fucking stop. See, look, it did it again. Oh, when I switch the tabs, it stops the fucking clock.
Okay, so you're gonna have to do it on
What
your
the
phone.
fuck?
Nelly
That
was
so
correct.
stupid. Yeah.
2 is not a winner and 3 nobody remembers.
He was right.
So now I know. If I switch off tabs, we don't have time.
So we've partnered with BetterHelp, and one of the things that we're all pretty open about is we've all been to therapy. The thing about therapy now, and I actually have to say, especially over the last few years, is that it's really evolved. You can do therapy so many different ways now. When I first started going to therapy, you had to go, you had to show up, you had to be there, you had to look the person in the eye. Not everybody's comfortable with that. Not everybody even wants to start that way, and that's why BetterHelp's so great. Is you could start with just an online chat, or you can do video chat, or you can do you could just literally text. That's it. That's all you need to do. And for some people, it graduates. So they start to get comfortable with somebody, and then they graduate to different things, right? So you can start, by doing like a messenger chat, and then you can go to video chat and feel a little bit better. So BetterHelp allows all sorts of different ways for you to get the therapy that you need and the therapy that you deserve. And what's interesting about it as well is that it's more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. And that's huge for a lot of people. It takes weeks usually to find one. So our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/SDP. Again, that's BETTERHELP.com/SDP. Steve, what are you looking for in your life most of all? That's right. It's gut health with Athletic Greens. Gut health, more energy, because Steve needs it for sure. Steve, low energy guy, and a stronger immune system to protect against those bugs that your child brings home from daycare all the time, right, Steve?
Just always phlegm.
How was this weekend?
Phlegmy.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, because you and your wife got it too, right?
We were supposed to go to our first Jays game, and instead, Jesse.
They got to go to the Toronto Blue Jays game.
Here's the thing about Athletic Greens. It's lifestyle friendly. Whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, or gluten-free, it contains less than 1 gram of sugar, no GMOs, no nasty chemicals or artificial anything, just tastes good. And with 1 scoop with a cup of water every day, that is all you need, and you can reclaim your health, arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition, especially going into another cold and flu season this fall.
Oh, good.
Yay! Now, no need for a million different pills. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you 1 free year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is go to athleticgreens.com/SDP. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/SDP to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate in daily nutritional insurance.
All right. Marc-Antoine Laporte is asking for our final episode. Can I get a classic Why Not? It makes me laugh every time.
Why not? Why not? Did that scratch the tickle in your brain there?
It does.
Yes.
It does peak in here.
This is from Sneaky Swiss. I don't usually look at the NHL schedule this early, but I wanted you to know who the Coyotes play first at home. It is the Jets. So are you guys going to be tuned into the Jets 1.0 versus the Jets 2.0 in ASU?
I think we should watch
Who's
that.
not watching that game?
You got to watch that game. I want to know what happens in that game.
They also want to know if we're going to go.
Oh, we're not going to go.
When is it?
We should go at some point.
I'd love to go.
To ASU.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't know if we're going to be there for the first game.
We would need tickets because I think it's going to be packed media-wise. How many media can fit in that building?
That's a good question.
Like, I know what the press box looks like in Oshawa. And Oshawa's got more seats. So I don't know. I don't know what that's going to be like. That's very interesting.
I'm fascinated. Like, as we get closer to the season and as that building starts to open up, it's going to become a storyline, I think, on the show and in the hockey media world. What is this ASU thing going to be?
I don't think we're putting enough emphasis on Oshawa has more seats.
No, keep
like
saying
a lot more.
Keep saying it.
Oshawa has more seats than ASU.
Yes, it does.
Like a lot
Double.
more.
More than
something
double.
like that. Something like that.
Is it
It's
a
not quite 9.
9,000?
I think it's 7.
Oh, okay.
It's bigger.
It's bigger.
Remember how you went and you're like, oh, this isn't very big. Yeah.
They do concerts
There's
in there, though.
smaller. Oh, they sure do. You know who's coming to Oshawa for a concert?
I wouldn't even hazard a guess.
It's a very big band, and you know them.
Okay.
Metallica.
No.
Even bigger than Metallica.
Bigger than Metallica.
The Wiggles.
The Wiggles.
Hey!
The Wiggles
Are
are
you
coming to
going?
Oshawa. No, but Leo is.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
All right. Back to some trivia. This is from Chico. If you're wearing a jersey, say 91 Tavares for the Leafs, and you look down, the captain's C will be on your left shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one team's main jersey and a second team's alternate jersey where the captain's patches C and A are on the right side.
Yeah.
What jersey is it?
Calgary?
Detroit.
Detroit.
That is correct. Now,
Because of the way the logo is.
yeah, they have to put the C on the other side. Now, what alternate jersey also has the patch on the right side?
Tampa?
Incorrect. Adam Wild, do you hazard a guess?
And I'm assuming it's for the same reason, right?
Who knows?
Because of placement?
Who knows?
I have no idea.
Also Detroit?
Yeah, I have no idea.
It is the Arizona Coyotes alternate jersey with
The
the
Kachina?
howling head. I'll show you
The
guys.
Howling Head. The red one?
There it is right there. The red one. Yes. I'll pull it up on screen for everybody watching.
That's cheating. They don't have a captain. Boo.
Yeah, they don't have it's been a long time.
No, because I was like, oh, OEL. Oh, wait a sec. He's not on there anymore.
It's not there anymore. I thought that was very fun hockey trivia.
That jersey's not bad.
It's not terrible. I like
I'm not-
the.
I
I don't think
really like the
anybody's ever
logo.
complained about Coyotes jerseys, right? They're always pretty good.
I'm a fan of the maroon color scheme. It's not bad.
It's okay.
This is from Cobalt. So we always try to stump Steve with hockey trivia. But as a history nut myself, I'd like to test out Adam's history knowledge with his own trivia.
Here
What
we
does
go.
Napoleon's blood type go.
What was it, Adam?
I have no idea.
00 negative.
I don't even know if they had blood types when he died. I don't know. I don't think they did.
Name these 3 people who are famous or infamous for their actions/inventions.
Oh, okay. This is interesting.
1. This individual was so shocked and abhorred when his obituary was accidentally released into the papers that he dedicated his life to establishing a now prestigious and well-known award in his name. In this obituary, it described him as a merchant of death for his invention of dynamite.
Alfred Nobel.
Well done!
Yeah.
Wow.
Alfred Nobel. That's why we have the Nobel Prize. 2.
Wow.
Second individual. This individual is known for a famous aircraft maneuver during World War II.
Oh, Jesus.
It was first deployed at the pivotal Battle of Midway in 1943 and was the first time in the war's history that American pilots gained the advantage over their Japanese enemy. What is this name? What is the name of this maneuver, and who is the inventor?
I don't know. I don't know. I know a lot more about like the bombing runs that they did and how catastrophic they were. I don't know anything about the maneuver.
You ever feel like there's a dusty folder hidden somewhere in your brain?
Yeah.
Do you know this
Do you
one?
feel like you know this?
But it's in I don't know where I put the folder, but I know it's in there.
The answer is the Thack Weave from John S. Thack.
So it turns out that was never in there.
I've never
It might
heard
also
of
be
it.
Brand new
That's really
information.
interesting. I didn't know that.
Tack Weave? I'm not sure. It's THACH.
Yes.
Tack or
Okay.
Thack. 3. This individual was one of the founding fathers of precision engineering. inventing everything from a precision measuring device that could measure up to 1/1,000,000th of an inch
Wow.
to a hexagonal helical rifling in one of the most accurate rifles of the Civil War to the surface plate to thee thou. Who is this individual? I don't even
To the thou.
I don't even know what is happening.
Now I'm just thinking of names from Red Dead that may be based in real life, but I'm not totally sure.
Yes,
Do you know
who
this
cares?
precision engineering?
Well,
man?
I know about rifling, and I know that,
Yeah.
like, for instance, in the American Civil War, when they started, rifling was just sort of taking. Do you know what rifling actually is?
I know I can get it done in the video game. I'm trying to remember which part
I
of the gun
have
it is.
zero idea.
Yes, okay. So when the first like 700 years of guns or gunpowder, dating back to when the Chinese really started to use it and perfect it, and then it made its way through the Middle East and then into Europe. You would have a silver tube or a metal tube, and the idea is you make big explosion in metal tube, and the pressure that creates from the gunpowder fires projectile, no matter how big or small you want, out of it. And so that's the essential idea of a gun. But the thing with that is, let's say,
It's changing the shape of the barrel, isn't it?
well, I'm getting to it.
Oh,
so you're close on that. You're 100%. So what the problem with that is that beyond a certain yardage, it becomes completely inaccurate because of, and this is calculus and this is way above my pay grade, but essentially even a millimeter off or a tenth of a millimeter off multiplied over X amount of feet at X amount of speeds will create a motion of like almost like a curveball when you're watching baseball, right? It hooks a little at the beginning and then it really starts to move. So what rifling does is, and again, I'm not going to fully be able to explain the science behind it, but they have grooves literally on the inside of the gun. So at this point, it would have been a musket ball, goes inside the gun like it's almost like like when you have marbles and they're going down a spiral,
Almost twirling like a football, sort of.
kind of like that, and it sends it out, and it's much more straight. So I do know about like when that came in and when they started to institute, but I would have no idea who came up with some of that precision stuff. No idea. No.
I'm going to use Red Dead names that may be wrong.
Do it.
Just say things.
Cattleman,
No.
Litchfield.
No.
I don't know.
This individual was often called the sharpshooter. The gun he invented? No.
Dutch
doesn't ring a bell. Earliest example of a sniper rifle?
Yes.
John Marston.
Do you know who it is?
I have no idea.
No, okay. Joseph
Swallow.
Whitworth.
Would have
Joseph
never.
Whitworth.
No
Okay,
idea.
Okay.
No idea. That's really like, again.
It's very specific.
Yeah,
trivia.
and listen, this thing is when you do history trivia, it's like, okay, what era?
Red
It's like,
Harbor.
it's like human history. It's a long time, and there's a lot of detail.
Landon Ricketts.
Do you remember the movie Wanted where they curved the bullets?
Yeah, with
Yes.
Angelina
I
Jolie.
was just
Yeah, and
thinking
Morgan
about
Freeman. I pulled it up. There's a cut on YouTube of every bullet curve. It's 6 minutes long.
Remember when she was in every movie for like 3 years?
Yep.
Yeah, no, she had her era.
Yeah.
Or she dominated the box office. I want to see a bullet curve here. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Oh,
Shoot me. No, I can't. Shoot
what a
me. It'll
dumb
curve.
concept. All right, next question.
I don't think it's any dumber than anything happening in the Marvel movies. Bending bullets?
What?
Come on.
Yeah. No,
Like, okay.
Hold
those
on a second.
we're okay.
Those are superhero movies.
And this is a superhero.
No, this is based in reality.
No, it's
where
not.
normal people are just whipping their arms and they can bend guns. That's fucking stupid.
the Marvel movies are, this is Thor. He is a god.
Yeah.
This is Angelina Jolie. She can shoot in a circle.
No,
Superman's an alien.
Don't those people have special powers in that movie?
I don't know.
remember.
I'm pretty
We
sure
didn't
they
watch
do.
it because it's bad.
Yeah. No, I think there's a difference between Batman and a normal person who can just whip their arm and bend a gun.
Listen,
Listen,
guys.
society,
Come on, Adam.
Society rightly decided shit like the Hulk and Thanos and Thor were cooler than bending bullets.
Okay, and that's fair. And Tony Stark's suit is he's a normal guy.
Cool as
yeah,
shit.
so is Batman.
It's
right?
cool as
Batman.
shit. But I'm just saying.
He's Batman with more steps, though.
Yeah, it's true. Okay.
and money.
All right.
I don't know. Was there an Iron Man versus Batman net worth?
Yeah,
Yeah, give me the most boring
It's Iron
super
Man.
people thing.
It's
All
Iron
right,
Man.
anyway.
It's Iron Man. This is from Matthew Paquette. Should the NHL add a no leaving the offensive zone rule to kind of make more offense?
What?
It makes for really boring hockey when
Offside.
teams just skate back to the neutral zone and waste time off the clock.
Oh, in 3-on-3?
I guess he didn't specifically say for 3-on-3, but
That's the only time this really happens.
I think I've said this a million times on this podcast. One day, I'd like to see NHL hockey played without the blue lines.
Me too. I'd also like to see NHL hockey played without fucking with it for like 5 years at a time. Give us 5 years of peace.
Yeah.
Like make hockey for
Are
a
you
little
happy
bit.
with? Are you happy with its current iteration?
I would like to see make it harder to waste time by giving us more of it. I think give us
In what
10
way?
I want 10 minutes of 3-on-3, or give us like 7.
I'm talking about 5-on-5.
I don't think this really happens at 5-on-5. Who is bailing on the offensive zone on purpose?
Mm.
Like usually, like you'll dump it in, and even if it's one guy on 5, his job is to keep it there. Work as hard as he can to fight off as many defenders as he can to keep it there and wait for reinforcements. It's only on rare occasions where they'll pass it out of the zone to the reinforcements, and even then, you have to scamper out of the zone to get onside. And what would the whistle be? This is something that slows the game down, and the NHL wants no part of it. And for that reason, I'm out.
I think that was good. I like that.
We should end everything with a Dragon's
And for that
Den
reason-
And for that
reference.
reason, I'm out.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, no, 3-on-3, I understand where you're going. Just make it 7 minutes.
Right. Matthew also likened it to the NBA doing a half-court rule, but that only works because there's a shot clock, so you can keep people in a certain area for a certain amount of time. So, Matthew, I'm sorry. This is from Spin Move at Ghost of Grabo. Does it make sense that shots that hit the post are not counted as shots on goal?
We've had this debate, and I think that it's wrong because to me, the net is a part of the goal. But I know that Jesse and Steve, you guys were of the opinion that it was because this is the thing, right? Here's what you get when you don't include posts. Then you get advanced stats saying, well, it's a scoring chance.
Mm-hmm.
It's an SC.
Keep it as its own thing.
Posts?
Yeah.
No, or just call it all a shot.
They have shots. Shots is a thing. So when
Well, like, okay.
it's a shot.
So I shoot the puck.
Yeah.
I shoot the puck.
Yeah.
It's off the outside of the post.
Yeah, it's not a shot on goal.
Off the outside of the post, hits a defender, deflects in.
No
That's
shot.
a goal.
No.
That's a goal and a shot.
Yeah, because it only counts as if it's a goal.
It went in.
I take a shot, it hits the inside of the post,
Mm-hmm.
ricochets between the goalie's legs and out.
It's not a shot on goal.
Stupid. It's a shot on goal because of circumstances I had nothing to do with.
Mm-hmm.
Someone was standing there, it went off them.
Mm-hmm.
NHL should have own goals. Oh, should
Like
they?
soccer?
No, they shouldn't.
I feel like a lot of... I remember we had this debate, yeah, and I was definitely on the side of it's not a shot on goal because it wasn't on the goal. It didn't go in. It hit the post. But I think a lot of this is inconsequential to the people it would matter to. I feel like if you're an NHL team, you know if that shot would have went in and what a high percentage shot looks like. And you're not tracking the shot metrics that we're looking at the fucking score with Jumbotron in the Air Canada Center.
The public statistics, the NHL's public statistics are a waste of everyone's time.
I think this matters how they're calculating the shots. It matters so little to actual people who need that information to evaluate hockey talent.
No one internally
they have
cares.
things way past what we have.
The only public information that NHL teams seem to use and that shows how exemplary it is cap friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Like the counting stats that are on NHL.com, I print it out, wipe your ass. Like it's garbage. Graphic?
And for that reason, Steve is out.
I'm out. For that reason.
This comes from Tomas Pie. On Game Over Cup File, Allison made an incredible point about Cale Makar. At worst, he's perfecting the style of player we refer to as offensive defenseman. At best, he's becoming a whole new type of player, the rover. Can you think of other examples of NHL players who have or currently are revolutionizing their position so much that we need a whole new name for how they play?
Cale Makar is doing what Tyson Barrie used to do, except Cale Makar is way better.
Yeah, let's distinguish.
Well,
that
I did. Give me a second to finish the sentence. But Tyson Barrie did that in Colorado. And there were many people when he was traded to the Leafs who were like, he plays like a rover, right? Plays a little of both. I think when you, historically, Bobby Orr, like they said defenseman, but I mean.
He was a rover, whereas Nicholas Lidstrom was a defenseman.
Yes. Yes.
So, like, comparing Makar to Lidstrom, I don't think makes sense. Go back and watch Bobby Orr. That guy did whatever the fuck he wanted. And he played wherever he wanted. Lidstrom was efficient at moving the puck from the back end. Bobby Orr went wherever he wanted. Cale Makar sort of does that too, but responsibly. Which, I mean, geez, he showed defensive chops I didn't know he had in the playoffs. Like that one play where he just toys with Kucherov. I'm just like, holy shit, that's Kucherov, man. Oh, man. Yeah, who between Orr and Makar was there?
For that particular rover thing? Well,
Nikita
Zaitsev. Nikita
Zaitsev. Okay, so he is the most of his best hockey was before my time, but maybe Paul Coffey?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a really good answer.
My answer is maybe Paul Coffey.
Yeah. And if the question is who's revolutionized their position where they're almost like renaming another after it, they really haven't done that. Like obviously they had positions on the ice where like when Gretzky was behind the net, they'd have, the great one's office.
How about whatever coach was the first to decide, screw it, 4 forwards on the power play? That used to not be a thing.
Yeah, or whoever created the trap. And
who's doing the 5?
Robbie Fatorik?
Who's doing 5 forwards this year?
It's happened a handful of times.
Yeah, no, but one team was doing consistent. I forget who it was. One team was doing consistent.
The Leafs did 4 forwards in overtime for an overtime power play.
Oh, that's cool.
They've won several times with 4 forwards on the ice in overtime.
Which they, honestly,
Panthers.
If Morgan Riley's tired, then put out your forwards.
No, it was Nylander, Marner, Matthews, Tavares.
That's what it should be.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, like 100% correct.
That's an easy one.
Who's arguing against that? Nobody. It's perfectly fine. Marner's your quarterback. You're good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because he can do that. He doesn't he's not a rover, but he can play a point on a defense.
Who's
he can
the
run a
fastest
defense.
one?
Yeah. It happens a little bit more in the NBA too, because you see positions blurred a little bit more, at least my understanding of it. So I don't think hockey's still so like rigid. No, he is a right winger and he stays on the right and he shoots right.
Yeah, the way the Raptors are trying to build their lineup is just long wings that can play any position. They're trying to play positionless basketball. You know
who in our lifetime had a whole rule changed because of them? Martin Brodeur. Sean Avery. Well, Sean Avery for being a dick. I don't know if that was revolutionary. He was just an asshole.
But if you're ranking like top dicks in the NHL history, he's on the Mount Rushmore. Him and Marchand's a dick, and he's super talented.
Yeah,
but like
no, he specialized in dicketry.
Yeah, but there's an attitude, right? That those guys have that other people don't.
What was the point you were making about?
Anyway, Martin Brodeur. We have the trapezoid because of him.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant Martin Brodeur because Sean Avery was waving a stick in his face.
No.
That was cool too.
As I was saying it, but like, isn't it funny though that Avery, like that rule was created because he was trying to rattle Brodeur's cage. So
also that rule is so stupid. You should be able to do that.
I don't understand why
that's so stupid. Get out of here.
I'm not making contact with the player. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
So he had his stick in the air, which is stupid. You shouldn't be able to do that. But what's wrong with just like covering your face? What's wrong with that? I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. It's childish.
It goes against the spirit of the game.
What is the spirit of the game?
Don't be annoying.
2 hand slashes to the ankles, or
that's not even a penalty. Yeah, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to slash people in the back of the leg. Waving your hand in my face, that's against the spirit.
The Lightning should have had 5-10 in a game twice after the Avalanche's Stanley Cup winning goal. And neither player got it. Yeah, I'll say Brodeur in terms of revolutionary players and in terms of
Trapezoid.
We're underrating
Rovers,
Connor
Paul
McDavid
Coffey.
as well. His speed is something
But
that's
he
never been
is a
matched.
center. Like, they're not renaming the position after him. That was the question, right?
Yeah. I just think in terms of revolutionizing the game.
Well, he's a player where you look at what he can do and you realize no one else can do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now all the kids who we don't know about, like we're talking about like preteens and stuff, it's going to be their mission in their hockey development to figure out how to do what he does.
And do it better.
Mm-hmm.
And do it better.
Yeah, got to
Don't tell me that guy wasn't influenced a little bit by Sidney Crosby,
100%.
right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, like and not just Crosby, but that's an example of the best player in the NHL previous to Connor McDavid.
Isn't it weird that like the most skilled era ever is coming after Crosby did a whole bunch of crazy shit for 2 decades? Yeah.
Whether it's your baseball picks or your way too early football picks or your tennis picks, you got to pick them at Sports Interaction. That's right. It's Canada's sportsbook. Listen, before the game starts, live and play or how your favorite player will perform, doing it right since 1997, Sports Interaction is Canada's sportsbook with the most competitive odds. Sports Interaction makes it easy to deposit, play, and cash out. Join now and see all that sports betting has to offer. You head to sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. One more time, that's sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. 18 plus, please play responsibly. Listen, when you bite into cereal, I want you to imagine that you're taking your first bite. What's the thing what do you love the most?
The fact that I put the milk in second.
Do you put the milk in second?
Yeah, because I'm correct.
Yeah, no, I think that's the right way to do that.
No, anybody who does it the other way is weird.
But also, when you take that first bite, what's the first thing that you think of right now? Think about it.
Ooh, spicy.
Oh, no, my heartburn!
I was going to say the crunch, but anyway.
My heartburn!
0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 to 5 net grams of carbs in each serving. Where would I get cereal that has this?
Not the hot sauce store.
No,
You'd probably get it at Magic Spoon.
That's right, magicspoon.com, and that promo code. What's the promo code, guys?
SPICY.
No, it's SDP. Grab a bundle of cereal and try Magic for yourself, and be sure to use that promo code SDP at checkout to save $5 off your first order. Hey, Magic Spoon is so confident you'll like their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. And remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/SDP. Use that promo code SDP. Save $5 off.
Picante.
The second last question. This comes from George. George said, "How's the golf game coming along this summer?" George, difficult. Golf is very difficult. The next
You had a
summer,
bad round on this weekend, didn't you?
on Monday. I struggled.
Jesse actually came in and said he was golfing with his dad and his sister. And Jesse is low key competitive.
Oh,
and he's
low-key?
He's like, I had
low key.
He's like out with his family. He's like, I had a bad round and I was upset with myself. I'm like, Jesse, it's like
So golf's interesting. Golf's a fascinating sport because it's truly an individual sport where you're competing against your own score. Like, because if you're just playing rounds of golf as a normal person, like, okay, you can play against your buddies, you can put money on holes and whatever, but what you're really doing is you're trying to improve your game and you're playing against your score each time.
You can have a bad day and beat your friend.
Yeah.
Or a good day and lose.
Right. So I had a bad round where I knew I could play a lot better than that. I lost my swing along the way.
Having a bad day at golf takes so long. Like, you're having a bad day and it's going to last for hours.
No, it's not a bad day. It's just a bad round in terms of your play. You can still have fun. I had fun.
No.
I was with my family.
But I'm saying you had a bad day of golf.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a
Playing-wise.
bad time.
No.
But, like, you're bad for like 5 hours.
yeah,
Takes forever.
Yeah.
Will I get the two of you out to the SDPN sponsored charity golf tournament that we're doing
Next year? Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Whether we sponsor Get Reels again or we do our own or something.
We
Will you
couldn't
guys
this
come
year
out?
because it was friggin' draft.
Yeah.
We're in Montreal.
Yeah.
I'm going to post those photos actually tomorrow. It'll be
That'd
Throwback
be great.
Thursday.
You should do that. That'd be
I'll
awesome.
post up those
I want to
photos
see
on
them.
the
I haven't
SDPN
seen them.
account. We sponsored the driving range. Really cool. Follow us at SDPN Sports on Instagram if you're not following us already. Last question.
Okay.
Do you want more? You having fun?
No, Adam needs to.
Adam needs to go.
I just saw that murder look. Like, I have a fucking appointment.
We had so much trivia come in after we did it as well, so we got to do something to Steve eventually when we come back. But last question: how are you guys enjoying this time off? What are you going to get up to?
Oh, me first? Going to a cottage for a few days. We don't own one. We're renting one from someone who does. Chilling, man. Chilling, playing with Leo. Friggin' getting hitting the nuts with a baseball. Probably more. I never posted that video.
You sent it to us.
Oh, yeah.
It's very funny.
There's a video where I go, I just put a baseball on a tee. I go, all right, Leo, hit the ball. Whack balls.
It was cartoonish. It was hilarious on a cartoon level.
Why is it not on TikTok?
He's this kid has ridiculously talented hands for a 25-month-old. Like, he's learned how to hold a hockey stick properly.
And he's thick.
And he's thick. Yeah, he's built like a Jeep. Like, he's just...
Or for some reason, our parents used to say a brick shithouse.
Brick shithouse.
I don't understand what that even means.
No, there's so many things I haven't gotten to do with Leo because of the weird, wacky world that I want to do them. We were going to bring him to his first Jays game, and then we all got sick, so gave those tickets to
You guys
Jesse.
weren't feeling too well, so I took them.
So we want to go to
your other son went.
Yeah. So we want to go to a sports game of some sort. I looked at the preseason games in Belleville, but those are sold out.
Sold? Really?
Yeah. Well, it's not a very big building.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. And like Leafs coming to town.
Like, it's pretty cool.
A big deal.
Gens don't play a lot of afternoon games. I'll figure it out. I want to take them to a sporting event. I want to play sports
Marley's.
with them. Yeah.
We
took him to a restaurant for the first time, me and my wife, like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
He was over 2 years old. He went with my mom and her dad, but
I've been taking Everly for a long time. She was a baby.
right?
Yeah.
Well, and part of that might be because it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. That's also true.
But yeah, no, it's boring answer. I want to chill and maybe do some, maybe do a little bit of writing.
Oh.
Is that a tease?
A bookie book?
I didn't say.
No, we don't know it's a book.
I just said
He's,
writing.
he's just writing a blog. You
You should
sign
write
it back up with Leafs Nation. Here we go.
You should write a TV pilot about.
We have a site too, man.
What about a TV pilot about a hockey blogger who gets bitten by a spider and he gets superpowers?
Bergeron's got the puck! And I alter reality by taking the puck back.
Why not?
And James Reimer won the Conn Smythe.
Sillier things have been made.
This is my alternate reality fan fiction where the Leafs win the Stanley Cup in 2013. And we all lived happily
And you
ever
were on the
after.
team, obviously.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of writing, your TV pilot.
I wish I could give you a more exciting answer. Oh, and I think I'm going to go to Vegas for a few days for the NHL media thing, car wash. Where you interview a bunch of players.
Oh, cool.
That's
That'll
not
be
till
fun.
September.
Yeah. Hey, do you like Skittles and all that stupid shit?
We'll come back and then you'll go to.
Do you like this sponsor?
Yeah.
Do you like this official NHL partner? Interesting.
Do you like hockey?
Are you excited for your team to start playing?
What do you think about your chances this year?
That's a good one.
Well, we all start, equal in the standings.
Now let's make a joke about Friedman's shoes, and we'll run it in a promo all year.
New acquisition. Are you excited to play with him? That's always one.
I wonder if they'll say yes.
Maybe Chuck, great deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
We got to know him. We saw him at training camp. Yeah.
Great skill set.
What are you doing, Jesse?
Next week I'm going to Greece.
Hey.
It's fucking awesome.
Oh, shit.
I know he doesn't tell us
That'll be
anything,
fun.
eh?
No, he doesn't.
So you're going to Greece? What are you doing?
You knew that.
I knew.
Yeah.
Because I asked.
Yeah.
Because I asked the fucking guy.
Because I was talking to you because we were going to it was Game 7 when we were planning.
That's
this trip.
right. That's right.
And we wanted to go. We were thinking about going to Hawaii, and then Hawaii has a drought right now, and they were asking tourists not to go to Hawaii unless it's like not necessary because they're running out of water. because I guess I don't know the details. I guess it hasn't rained or whatever, but they're running out of water. So we were like, let's not go contribute to this. They're asking people not to go. And then second on the list was Greece, so we ended up picking that. So I'll be there and like 5 days.
Are you going to be in that place with all the white buildings that all the Instagram influencers?
Santorini.
Yeah.
We'll take a visit. We're tourists, so we're going to do like not actual Greece. We're doing the fun islands where the tourists go. So we'll do a little.
You're not going to do are you going to do like the Acropolis and
No. We're going to do Santorini and like Mykonos and just touristy islands.
See, this is.
I'm not
This is
doing
where my girlfriend and I would differ.
Athens.
I'd be like, let's go to Athens and Corinth and
see those
let's go to
pillars.
They're old. Look at them. Sure are old. Sorry. Don't you want to see the hot gates? Come on. They're the hot gates.
Can you visit the hot gates?
Yeah.
I guess you could. Yeah, it's a place.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd like to visit the hot
Not on a different trip. This one was to relax,
I see.
Not
right.
too touristy. And going to play more golf. And then, Adam, you're going away as well.
I am. Well, I'm working. So if you're asking what I'm doing, most of it I'm working. My job.
Your fourth job.
But other than the morning show, I'm going to Mexico in a week and a half for 9 days. Boy. And I'm very excited because it's actually, this is funny. Usually I would recommend to people under normal circumstances, travel with the person before you move in with them.
Whoa.
But Natalie and I obviously live in this house. So we're going to travel with each other for the very first time.
Very nice.
See how that goes, And I'm kind of
another divorce.
Yeah, it might be really bad.
She divorced me before we could even get married.
Damn, I really liked her. That's a shame.
Yeah,
Man.
it sucks.
You guys seem really happy, but now you decide to go on a trip. Fuck.
Yeah, Stuart. It's a bummer, dude.
By the way, 9 days, perfect.
Yeah, it's enough.
Week, not enough.
Yeah.
2 weeks, too much.
Too much.
9 days, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect. And I think it's been a busy year. This is the busiest I've ever been. So I think when I gave Steve the death stare of like, please let me finish, it's because I have an appointment and I need to sleep before that appointment. So, because every time I walk in here, I've been up since 4:30. I'm exhausted. And so, yeah, I'm pretty burnt out. I'm looking forward to prepping less shows, although I still have to do my typical morning shows and stuff. And then I want to get all refreshed and ready to get back in September because I'm excited for our first like normal season in 2.5, 3 years.
What dorky little podcast are you going to listen to?
I don't know. I got to find some good podcasts because to be honest with you, I don't really know a whole lot of good ones. There are ones that people recommended or whatever, but like I don't even know what I want to listen to. Because like, do you want to listen to another sports podcast? Sometimes
I listen to sports podcasts constantly.
Yeah?
I mean, yes.
Sometimes
I don't know why I shook my head. I do.
Sometimes I need a breather, but like it's either that or it's murder. Who murdered who, and why did they murder? And then here's sparkly music. I want to have what's a podcast that's just objectively hilarious, something funny.
Steve Dangle Podcast.
Like, no, give me something that's like, it's hilarious.
Game Over Montreal.
Game Over Montreal. Hilarious.
This is the first time ever that in the middle of recording, we've been recording for so long that the video rotator, it ran out and didn't loop back. So there you go. I think that's about time to call it quits.
Okay. We'll call it a day.
Yeah.
Forever.
The video said it. We're done, so we're done.
That's it.
We'll see you.
We're done. Forever. Surprise. Goodbye.
No, look at this year. Everything that's happened.
It's a good year.
We launched CJ Show, Agent Provocateur, Noxie and Cax. Game over
Montreal.
Game over
Calgary,
Montreal.
Toronto.
Juniors, Calgary, Toronto. A lot happened.
Jesse Blake Sports Report.
The Amazon fucking All or Nothing debuted on our YouTube channel. Slash website.
We had the exclusive to that. That's crazy to think.
I just named like 5 things off the top of my head.
Already 11 months ago.
A lot of stuff happened this year.
It was a big year. So
Big
thank
year.
you for being with us the
Thank
whole
you.
time. We love you, and we'll see you in September.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Let us know. Oh, shit.
Jesse,
Did you drop
coffee on the
come out?
No.
A little bit.
Jesse
like a couple
almost
drops.
finished the season by wrecking the equipment. That would have wow.
He poured coffee on our motherboard.
Also, why do you keep it that close to the motherboard?
The Steve Dangle Podcast.
Powered by Sports Interaction, Canada's sportsbook.
Follow the guys on Twitter at Steve_Dangle, at Adam WYLDE, and at Jesse Blake. Connection complete.